Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you joining us from all around the world. I'm winded. I was running around looking for my gold foil. I had it because I was using it today to test it on something, and I don't know where it went. So I'm going to have to use another color unless Tom can find it somewhere out there in craft world land in that warehouse. I don't know.
The warehouse.
In the warehouse.
Where is it?
That should be the word of the day, the warehouse. Where did I leave my foil? That's okay. It's all right. Well, I am so excited about tonight, everybody, because I have something brand new to show you that's so much fun. And you guys, because you're watching live, you're getting a sneak peek. You're getting a live sneak peek. This isn't even available yet. It's not going to be available until Friday. And because you're watching live, I'm going to tell you that we are going to be having a mini sale over the weekend, over the holiday weekend. We have found just a few things that we are putting on sale. They're all the small things. So if you've been looking for some small things, some mini things, some tiny things, lots of those little mini, tiny, small, little square cubicle kind of things are going to be on sale. So stay tuned for that. It'll launch sometime mid-morning to around lunchtime. So that's going to happen. And these are going to be released with it, what I'm going to show you tonight. So, but before we get started, let's say hello to Tom again. Hey, Tom.
A little hectic tonight. Huh?
I am like sweating because I ran to 3 offices. I showed 3 people what I was working on, and I can't find my stuff in any of their offices. It's okay. Thank goodness I have a backup here in the studio.
Thank goodness, yes.
Yes, but I don't know where the gold foil is, so we're going to have to use another color tonight, but that's all right. We've been using gold a lot. All right. Well, how are you?
I'm trying to keep up here.
It's good to see you. Do you have a good day?
Let me see. Yeah, had a great day. Catching up and quite a lot of action around here today, right?
It was busy around here. Yeah, we were really crazy around here. And I think we should just get right into it.
All right, here we go.
Okay. All right. And Tom will be back later with possibly a word of the day. I don't know what he's got cooking over there. But with that, look at my hair. I'm like, whew, windblown. So I want to talk to you about stencils and about stencils that you probably already have in your collection. Lots of these stencils are beautiful stencils to make backgrounds with, right? So let's take a look at them on the overhead. The ones that I have here are the Lush Leaves. I have the Ornamental Fans. I have Thick Brush, well loved. You can see it's kind of stained. And then I also have Sunspots. I love Sunspots. I use it all the time, especially when I'm doing like double stenciling with the sunrise or the sunshine stencil. Oh, I just love it. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create something that would work with these stencils. And I wanted to do it in two ways. I wanted to do it in one way for our friends who do not want to get into foiling, but they would really love to accent these stencils. And then I wanted to do it in a way for my foiling friends who are like me and love a little sparkle and shine with their stencils. So I want to show you two new products that are launching on Friday. I'll show you the first group, and then I'll show you the second group. So this is called our Black and White Stencil Mates. And these are our Poly-Glaze Stencil Mates. Okay, so let me tell you what the big difference is for these, okay? These are two different ways to add more detail to your stencils. So we have black and white outlined ones. Now, I will tell you that these are designed using black toner. So you could try to foil these, but I will be 100% honest with you. When I tried to foil these, just like other skinny lines of toner, it didn't look as great as I wanted it to look. And that happens because the lines are so delicate. So we also have the Poly-Glaze Stencil Mates. And these are made with our Poly-Glaze that foil perfectly every time, and you can get the tiniest, skinniest lines. So for those of you that aren't interested in foiling, or maybe you just want to give it a try with the toner, you certainly can. The Black and White Stencil Mates are beautiful. They create a black outline on your stencil design, which just makes everything pop. And I'm going to demonstrate these. The Poly-Glaze, you can use foil with them, and it creates a foiled outline for your stencil designs, and they are unbelievable. So we have the Ornamental Fans. We have, let's try to get them all together here. We have the Sunspots that goes with the Sunspot stencil. Ornamental Fans goes with the Ornamental Fan stencil. Well, black toner is a way of printing on a laser printer. We use an industrial toner, so it's a little bit different than just a plain old laser printer, but it lays down toner on your card. So you can use toner with Gamsol. You can use toner with Copic markers. It doesn't move. It's permanent. And some people foil with toner, which works, but it works better on thicker designs. These very skinny lines, like we do our Poly-Glaze, are very difficult to foil because the line breaks up a little bit and it shows the black.
Okay.
Yes.
So you did these today?
No, these came in, and then no, these just all came in today.
Okay, because there's Poly-Glaze typo on the.
Oh no! Oh no!
That can be fixed though.
I think we can fix this sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can fix this sheet. Okay, Poly-Glaze.
Poly-Glaze. That's like Gazer Beam from The Incredibles. Poly-Glaze would be the other the villain, right?
Oh, well, we'll fix that. We can fix this part. We just can't do the Poly-Glaze. We could do toner, but we can't do Poly-Glaze. So so you've got the this is the Lush Leaves, and then we've got the thick brush. So I can't wait to show you what these look like. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the black and white Lush Leaves. Okay, so you get a top sheet, and then you get, these are 6x6 sheets. So they are much different than the regular Poly-Glaze or A2 size, but these are 6x6. Yeah, good eyes, Tom. I'm glad you caught that before, because we get our Poly-Glaze sent in, but we have to, we've got to work on the cover sheets. So that's easy to do, though. I'm just going to put this down here like this. Okay, so these are 6x6, and you get 6 of them in the pack. And I'm going to put one of these down. Now, these are fun for coloring. So if you like to color, you can get Copic markers, you could get colored pencils, and you could color these in. You can use them just like black and white. If you think this is just a cool pattern the way it is, you can do it black and white. If you want, you could stencil ink blend color over the whole thing, and it will look great. Or you can do what I'm going to do, and you can stencil over it. So let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape this down like this. And I'm not going to foil these because I just don't like the way black toner with fine lines foils. Okay, so now you just have to find the right direction of the stencil and line it up. And you will be able to see they line up perfectly with these sheets. Okay, so once you see where the design is, line it up. Wait till you see how pretty this looks. It just looks different. It really does. It just has a different look about it. So, and they're all gorgeous. I tried all of them today. I was playing with all of them, showing them off to everybody. And this is big. Now, what I like about the 6x6 is you can cut one down to work as a full background for your card. And then what's left, you can use to create a border for a different card. So let's grab some blending brushes here and let's use some color. So I definitely want to use some, maybe I'll use Jelly Bean. Maybe some Jelly Bean green. Oh no, you know what would be pretty? I'll use Lucky Clover. I'll use Turquoise Sea, and then I will bring in some of this Wild Lilac. So this will be a really pretty combination for this particular one. So I'll start with the Turquoise Sea. You get a Turquoise Sea brush here, or a turquoise brush. And I'm just going to do some random ink blending, okay? I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to do some random ink blending with this stencil. This just changes the look. It just changes the whole thing because of that outline. When I started showing the black ones to some of our staff here, I'm like, I don't know what I like more. I mean, I obviously love the foil, but check this out. And it was amazing. Okay. So now I've got that color down. Let's add a little bit of green. And it's just a way to step up and stretch those stencils and create something that has a little bit more interest. It almost looks like you've stamped the image first. I like to foil first with the Poly-Glaze and then stencil. But with this, I'm not going to foil. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So I'm bringing some of the color in. Onto this leaf. Get a little bit coming in this way. Okay. Don't worry, we can fix the typo.
Patty wants to know if you're using a very light touch.
I'm using a heavy touch. I'm really cranking in there. I'm just going back and forth between the blue and the green brush, and I'm just really cranking. That's the thing, when you're going through a stencil and you're not doing just ink blending on cardstock, these are only going to be available on our website. This is not a ThermOWeb product. This is only available on our site, and it will be available at our retailers as well. They haven't gotten them yet. They just came in, and we just decided to launch them this weekend because of the little sale that we're going to do. We thought, you know, why not offer something new too? This way, you know, you can reach free shipping or get an incentive set or whatever you want to do. It's always fun to have something new. Okay, there we go. So I'm adding that purple in there. And I'm using a heavier touch because, like I said, when you are doing an ink blend going down a page, you do want it like just a plain piece of cardstock. You do want to be a little more light-handed because you're trying to get a nice even blend. But when you're going through a stencil, it's so much easier to get that even blend. I'm adding some more turquoise in here. I want this a little more vibrant.
What kind of tape is that?
It's pixie tape. But you can use washi tape if you don't have pixie tape, or you can even use masking magic if you want. Okay, let's get in there and see what this looks like now. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. Doesn't that just jazz it up so much? That black outline on there. Can they see that, Tom?
Yes.
You can see the black outline. Totally different than, here, let me just do a little bit on a piece of cardstock here. Get a white piece, and I'll just do a little bit on this white piece, and you can see the difference in the black lines make. So let me just get a little purple in here. Now this stencil's still really beautiful. I'm not debating that the stencil itself isn't beautiful, and it, you know, it gives you a beautiful soft look, which is great for certain things. But if you are really wanting that bold kind of more graphic look, let's go back with this color. Just going over the whole thing quickly.
And how many sheets in a pack?
You get 6 sheets. So I say 6 sheets of this will make 12 cards, because you're going to be able to do a full card panel with part of it, and you're going to be able to use the other one as a border. So you can see how beautiful this is, right? It's a beautiful stencil design, but can you see how it just pops when you use the black and white stencil mates? And that's what these are called. These are called stencil mates sheets. Yes, wild lilac is the color. So that's what it looks like with the black. Oh, I love that. Oh yeah, we'll definitely keep doing these. We will do Christmas ones. We're going to do more. We're going to do more Poly-Glaze. We are only just beginning our foiling career. Okay. So that, I mean, something like that, pop a big bold greeting on there, you know, cut a portion of it off to create your card front. And then whatever's left, make a second card with a banner down the side or across the center. Okay, so that is what the black looks like. Now, we'll do the same exact one. Should we do the same exact one? Or we'll do a different one for the foil. Like, I don't know what's better. Should you see them side by side? Or let's do a foiled different one, and then, you know, we'll have time to do more things. So I'm going to turn on my Mink here. I'm going to set it at 3. 3 works pretty well for me. If you find that you're getting too much over foiling, and that's where it's just getting everywhere, you can cut it back to 2. If you're not getting a strong enough foil, like you feel like it's still a little bit spotty, then I would go up a little higher, maybe to 4. Well, the difference is the outline. You have the whole outline of the image there in black. Can you see that compared to no outline here?
Yeah, some viewers may have come in a little late.
Oh,
and
okay.
Seen the product.
Okay, yeah. So this is what it looks like before you stencil over it. So isn't that cool? I think that's so beautiful. I am so jazzed by that. So side-by-side comparison with the black outline, without the black outline. I love it.
They're both cool.
They both are cool. And then when you see with the Poly-Glaze, all right, so we'll pick a different design for the Poly-Glaze. Why don't we do, let's do the Ornamental Fans. We'll do this one next. So with the Poly-Glaze, you will notice that it's very hard to see. So now with the Poly-Glaze, I'm going to trim this down a little bit because I don't want to use the whole thing. I want to save some of it for later. And I have my foil all pre-cut to like the 4-inch mark. So I'm going to cut this down to the 4-inch mark. And that's going to give me a nice strip that I can foil and use on my next card. Can you darken the outline? I couldn't see that comment. You can't change the outline. The outline is what the outline is because it's pre-designed. But we're going to do the outline on this one with some foil. All right, so let's pick a color foil. Now,
Yeah, the question was, could you darken the outline with some black foil?
Oh, you could do this Poly-Glaze one with the black foil, or you can try doing this because this is toner. I mean, it will be spotty because the lines are so thin, but if you're using black toner, you're not going to see where the toner didn't catch, and it may darken some of it. Okay. So shall we do silver? Let's do silver. Silver's an awesome look. Or we could do blue or red. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. How about red? Should we try red? Let me try red. Okay. Here's red velvet. I just want to do something a little different. We'll see how it goes. All right, now I've got to find my carrier sheet because my carrier sheet looks like everything else that is on my desk right now. Here it is. No, that's a stamp pocket. My other carrier sheet is missing somewhere in the building. Here it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of the Gina K Designs Fancy Foil. Now you can also use the ThermOWeb foil, but let me show you the foil that you have to use. If you use ThermOWeb foil, you want to use the kind in the tubes or in the flat packs. Don't use the foil that says hot foil. Hot foil is a totally different system. For hot foil, you need those plates, you need the glimmer machine or the Gemini machine, you need all kinds of tools and things like that. So this you don't. You just need your laminator, whatever laminator you're using. And in my case, I'm using the Mink. Now, another thing I want to show you. If you have these Swiffers, these little dusty cloths, these are a great, great way to make sure that you get even better foiling. So what I suggest is you take a Swiffer and you Swiffer over either your Poly-Glaze or your toner sheet, and then Swiffer the back of your foil. That removes any dust or any little specks of anything that could possibly get onto your foil that would prevent the foil from adhering. That has made a huge difference in the way foil adheres to designs. Okay, so I had the Poly-Glaze design up so that I could see the design. I know it's very hard to see the design here on camera because it's so light, but can you guys see it a little bit? Can you see that gray? Can they see that, Tom?
Yeah, I see a little bit.
A little bit,
times.
yeah. So it's tinted gray, but it's coated with Poly-Glaze. It's tinted gray just so that you can see which side to use. Okay. So I'm going to send this through the laminator, and we're going to wait through the Mink. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, that Swiffering really does make a difference, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is, but that's on the outside, so I'm not going to worry about it. And you can reuse the same Swiffer pad or dusting cloth over and over again. That's my favorite way to dust. Okay, so let me get this out. We'll give it just a minute to cool. You really don't need to let it cool, but hey, why not? Just take the extra minute to let it cool. You never know. It might just be a little bit better. Okay. So if you came in late, it's good to just watch from the beginning. So, you know, you can get a little bit more information. The laminator I'm using is the Mink by Heidi Swap. I have other laminators, but this one works the best for me right now. All right, I'm going to peel this. And now I've got that beautiful red foil design. See that? And it is perfect. It's foiled perfectly. I don't know if I can catch that at all. You catching that?
Looks good.
Okay. All right. And then this piece could be used over, you could do it a couple different ways. If you wanted to use it over white cardstock, what I do is I take a little bit of tape, like a little tape runner, and go right at the top, lay that piece of foil on there, with my hands smooth it all the way down, and I just have a little tape down at the bottom to hold it in place. And then no tape marks show through there. You can also put a frame on top of it so that's peeking through. So you can use it, or you can use it with ThermOWeb's black toner sheets. So you would put it right on the toner sheet and then peel it away, and the whole thing would be foiled just like this. Yes, by a laminator, I mean heat. You definitely need heat for this. Okay, so I am going to tape this down here. And I think with the red foil, I'm going to use like bright reds, oranges, and yellows for this. Okay, so now I'm going to find my matching stencil here. Now, to find the spot, you've got to find the spot that matches. So I kind of have it upside down, but you just got to turn your stencil around. Even the sunspots, there is a right way. And if you just turn it a couple times, you'll find the right way. Okay. Because I don't know which way they'll be packaged in the package. But they all match perfectly because I super tested them again today just to make sure everything matched perfectly. And it does. So I just want to tack that down. I'm going to tack it down on the side here and on the other side. Now you can use a stencil mat with this if you prefer. You certainly can do that. But I feel pretty good about this setup here. Now the colors I want to use for this are Wild Dandelion, Red Hot, and Tangerine Twist. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can see that. So I think I'm going to start with some Wild Dandelion, which is my lightest color. And I'm going to add some Wild Dandelion in here. And again, I'm going to go with a fairly heavy hand. So again, we're just going to do some blends. And all of these colors are going to blend really nicely together. So we don't have to worry about, like, on that last color blend, I had to worry a little bit about the green and the purple because they don't really blend very well together. So I had to get the blue in between them. Here, yellow and red makes orange, so it's not going to matter. And yellow, orange, and red are all next to each other on the rainbow. So now let's go in with some Tangerine Twist. Tom, can you bump those comments down? Thank you. Okay, so now we'll get a little bit of this orange in here, and then I'm going to blend that into the yellow a little bit. Oh, I love how it, when you get the foil on here, it's really spectacular. And then we'll finish that up with a little bit of red. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, sunset colors, summer colors, just cheerful. Okay. So we're right around the corner from a holiday weekend, and we are going to have a sale this weekend. I'm not going to tell you too much about the sale because that's kind of a surprise. Get a drink here before I choke. We don't need to do that again. Oh my gosh, I got the nicest cup today from Vicki Donnelly. I'm going to post it on Instagram. She sent me a cup, and it's got Kathy Zilski's face on it, and Jennifer's face, and Tim Holtz. It's got Christina Warner, and I'm on there. I'm like, how did I make that team? Holy cow. Very fun. And I'm already using it. Okay, so now let's peel this away. It's not a site-wide sale, Marianne, so don't worry. Probably many of the things that you ordered will not be on sale. This is a very specific sale. We're calling it a mini sale, and a lot of mini things are going to be on sale. Okay, look at this now. Look at that with the foil. Can you see the foil? I hope the lighting is good for this.
Amazing.
Yeah? Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? How it's all right in there? Oh, that's so pretty. It just makes such a difference, you know? And again, this is a beautiful stencil by itself, but when you add that outline, it just makes everything pop. So this is just a fun little add-on thing that you can add to an order to enhance the stencils that you already have. A lot of you, these are older stencils that these first designs are stencils that have been in our collection for quite some time. And we did that on purpose because we know how many of you have these already. And we wanted to make sure that we did something that would, you know, a lot of you would just need to add these sheets rather than, you know, having to do the stencils too. But we do have some of these stencils. So here's the one with the foil, and here's the black outline sheets. And the black outline sheets, again, for those of you that like to color and maybe you love these stencil designs, you can just color these. They work with Copic markers. They work with colored pencils and Gamsol. That toner on there will not bleed with any of those things. And you could go ahead and color. You can. Water droplets is one we're going to do in the future, Judy. That is definitely one we're going to do in the future. So you could do that. You could stencil it in using the stencil, or you can get the Poly-Glaze versions of these and you can add that foil. So we've got time. Let's foil another one, and then maybe we'll make these couple into cards. Okay, let's find one more design here. Should we do the sunspots? I think the sunspots would be really fun to do in the Poly-Glaze. So I'm going to do this one. This is the sunspots right here. And again, I'm going to trim this down. So this could be a sunrise. You could cut this in half and make this 2 sunrises if you want. But I'm going to do it kind of on the side coming in. And you can even do double stenciling with this if you want. So let's take this down to 3.5, because that's about how big I'm going to use it anyway. And this piece would just be a very cool pattern on the side or across the center of your card of just dots. Okay, so we're going to do this one in, let's see what I have. Oh, I know what I can use. I'm going to use Wild Dandelion foil. We also have sweet mango foil, which would be really pretty. But I'll do the Wild Dandelion because Wild Dandelion looks a lot like gold to me. And I've just been so into gold foiling, it's not even funny. Okay, so I'm going to get my Swiffer here. And I'm going to Swiffer my panel. And then I'm going to grab a piece of foil out of here. Hello, friends, and welcome, everybody. Every once in a while, I get to look up. Did I see Simon Hurley and Kathy Zilski in here? Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. Kathy, I am drinking a mug. I am drinking out of a mug with your face on it. I think you're doing the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take that Swiffer and we'll dust the back of that. Dust this one more time. And then we'll place them together and then into the carrier sheet. Now, if you don't have these carrier sheets, you certainly can use the ThermOWeb carrier sheets. Get the new ones because they have that silicone lining. Hey, Mindy. Get the new ones because they have the silicone lining. And that actually, the silicone lining is really cool because it creates extra heat. So, oh, I know. Kathy Zilski is going to rock this new Poly-Glaze. I know she will. Okay. So will Mindy. Mindy Egan does some amazing stuff with our Poly-Glaze. She has created some gorgeous things. So I feel like for this sunrise, I want to do an orange, maybe a peach, and a pink. Won't that feel nice? What were you going to say, Tom? I saw you.
Oh, just fading in and out.
Fading in and out. Like a usual Saturday night at our house, just fading in and out. Okay. I think I'm funnier than I am, I guess. All right, so now I'm going to peel this off, but I'm going to give it just a second. I know we have no music tonight. This has been so like riveting, hasn't it? We want to get music in here. And Tom also has a word of the day. And oh, look at this. Look how cute. Oh, these are just like golden bubbles. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. I always love doing that. So easy. And this thing is perfect every time. Honestly, it is so good. It works so well. I love it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find that that stencil. I don't know how I made such a mess in such a short time. I'm an overachiever when it comes to a mess. I do feel like we might have to have a little yellow in here too. Yes, we're going to do kind of a sunrise. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little tape here because I'm going to cut a little off the bottom when I'm done and a little off the top. Simon Hurley, he's done some things with my foil system too. Okay, so you've got to turn this to get it to the right spot. Believe it or not, I know they're circles and you think that they would be perfectly even, but there is a right way. And then you have to make sure that you have it in the right. See, there we go. I didn't have it flipped over right. I don't know why that would make a difference, but it does. It makes a difference. So just flip it around a couple times. I do have my own warehouse. You're right. Where is my gold foil? It's back there somewhere. I was showing everybody different stuff I was making today, and I kept running out into the warehouse, and I just leave a path of destruction along the way. Okay, so for this one, instead of just going random, we'll kind of fade our way out. So we'll start with a little bit of orange. That's right. Nothing is perfect under the sun. And this is kind of the sun here. So I feel good about it. Okay. So we're going to start with a little bit of orange in here. I'm just going to go in a circle. I think I don't have the stencil exactly lined up right, but it'll be better than horrible. And then I think I'm going to move into a little bit of peach. So I'm going to add some peach Bellini to this. So Tom, is there a word of the day today?
We have a word of the day.
Oh, no.
And today's word of the day comes courtesy of your father's classic comedy routine.
Oh, my gosh.
Straight from his comedy routine.
Oh, my gosh.
Most people know, most of your viewers know that your parents were a comedy team.
Yes, they
right?
were.
They worked as comedians.
They did.
Okay, so the word of the day is asphalt.
Oh, asphalt.
Asphalt. That's what they use to make roads in your driveway and such, but most people don't know. It also means an urgent condition requiring an emergency and immediate colorectal exam. Asphalt. Word of the day. Dead space.
Oh, that took me a minute. Kind of like the fault in our stars, but the that is hilarious. Okay, so I've got an orange blending into a peach and blending into can't even talk.
And have the asteroids looked at while you're at it.
Yeah, you gotta get your asteroids looked at. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add a little more yellow down here because I want this to be even a little bit more vibrant. Okay. Oh. I invited a bunch of new people to my live tonight. So, okay, so I missed because I didn't have it lined up perfectly. But let's just take a look at the shine, shall we? Look at the shine. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. And I love that color combo. It's just so cute and fun. And I missed right here. It's my own fault. I just shifted a little bit when it was. So that's like the perfect place to grab a big greeting out of your greeting pile. And then you just pop that greeting right over that spot and nobody will see it. That's the better than horrible look right there. So maybe we'll turn that into a card. We'll make that the card right there. Okay, so I'm going to whip together a couple of cards quickly for you now that you have seen these in action. And I'm not sure what my favorite is. We really debated back and forth if we just wanted to do the black outlines or if we wanted to do the full-blown Poly-Glaze. And we did a poll at work way back, and it turned out that we were all over the place. Some people are like, well, I kind of think I will just get the black outlines because I love that striking look of the black outlines. And then other people were like, no, I want to foil it. I want the shine. I just like the way that shine gets in there and you get all that beautiful foil and it's so easy. And then other people were like, I'm getting both. So we decided to do everything. And we, then you have choices because my friends who don't foil, sometimes I know you guys feel a little bit left out when we do something fun like this. So I don't want anybody to feel left out. You can still stencil on those lines and get that vibrant color. All right, let's pop a couple cards together here. We're going to make them super easy, like super easy. Let me guess what color I'm going to look for. Black. Yes. Yes, yes. And then I'm going to do some panels here. Might take me longer to get you to foil. I'm telling you. If you start, you're not going to be able to stop because it is the closest thing to amazing. And it is unbelievably easy when you use the Poly-Glaze. And that's what I love about it because I see people struggling. I see a lot of my influencer friends that I really, they're such great card makers. And I see them out there posting all these things about how hard and how they're struggling to, try to get it right. And they're foiling on their plates and things. And it's a beautiful look. I love the hot foil plates and the way that they look. They are beautiful, but there is a learning curve to it. Here, no learning curve. And I really like things that I can pull right out of the package and make it work the minute I take it out of the package. So that is why we came up with Poly-Glaze because we just think it's, it's easy. And it's also a little less of an investment because a laminator does not cost very much. And these are really inexpensive, these kinds of sheets. Okay, so this I'm going to cut down. I'll cut this down pretty far here. I hate to cut all this off, but I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to cut this in a little bit to the, it is already to the 3.5 inch mark. Great. So that will be a second card right there. Look how fast you can make cards with these that have beautiful sparkle and shine too. I love the sun one too. And I'll do this one too, even though this one, doesn't have any foil. I really love the black lines on it. So I've got to use it. And I think that really adds to the, to that black panel that I like to put behind it. And let me show you what I mean here. I'm just doing this quick cutting. So you can be cutting all of these with your master layouts dies. And I do a lot of that when I don't have any mojo. I'll cut a bunch of panels and get them ready to use, but I make so many cards that they don't last very long. Okay, so there's that. Now for this, I would cut this down to like 1 3/4 of an inch. And then I would take this down to the 4 3/4 of an inch. And then I would do this at 1 5/8 of an inch, I think. Did I say 1 3/4 of an inch? I think I did. Okay, so I would take this to 1 7/8 of an inch. And I would take it to the same 4 3/4 of an inch. And this would be a strip that could go down the panel of a card or across the center of a card where you could add, you know, a big hello greeting across the center there and add some embellishments around it. So you don't have to throw out any of these pieces. You can use them for other things. You can also cut these on triangular angles and you can kind of do your own patterned paper kind of sunrise. So you could, you know, do a bunch of them in different colors and then have a beautiful kind of sun rays going across. So there's a lot you can do. So I'm going to
Question on what set that hello is from.
the hello is from the A Little Hello layering bundle. So that is a die, a word and shadow die that's part of that bundle. But we do have another big standalone hello die that's beautiful, and I use it a lot, and it works really well. Same kind of thing. I'll see if I have one. Maybe I can use it in one of these cards so you can see it in action. And I use it a lot. And the thing about, you know, if you are new to Gina K Designs, one thing that I really try to do is I try to reuse products a lot. So if you get a stencil last year, I'm telling you, I'm not done with it. I'm making more cards with it. It's coming back. It'll always be part of my my selection. I'm just trying to see if I have that other hello die already cut, because if I do, it would be great, but I don't know that I do, and I might I don't think I do, guys. Yeah, never know. Here's a grateful. I like the word grateful too. I think just having the word grateful across a card is really fun. Here's thanks. We could add thanks to one. These are all the things that I cut during the Super Bowl. Do you remember me cutting these, Tom, watching the Super Bowl?
Of course I do.
I had die cut pieces everywhere. They were flying all over the place.
They went up in the air once or twice.
I know they did. A couple of plays. All right. Well, I don't have that one cut out. But if you go back to some of my recent videos, you'll see it. I actually may have used it in my Thursday video, which I have to tell you about, my Thursday video. So I'll do that in a minute. And you can also use other things with these. Like if you wanted to, you know, you could put some vellum over this whole thing and then use a flower die cutout, which would be beautiful. These are all connected together. So I'll have to look at that later. But let's see what we can make quickly here. So I think a pretty color for this would be sea glass. Even though I use Turquoise Sea, there are parts of it that blended so nicely, so we could add that to a sea glass card base. And we'll make that one. I'm going to give a couple of these cards away. That's why I'm desperate to make at least two. Yes, that heart would be very cool in Poly-Glaze. It would be beautiful. And let me find my scoring board. So these are really fun, and they are going to be released on Friday. And sometime late Friday morning, early afternoon, we will be releasing a coupon code in our Facebook group and also to our newsletter friends. They will get it in their email. A little code where you can get a percentage off on certain categories, and it's a mini sale. So a lot of those items are going to be mini things. So when you think mini, think tiny things like ink cubes instead of the full-size pads, or think, let's see, maybe mini stamp sets instead of big stamp sets. So lots of things will be on sale, but just not everything because it's a mini sale. It's just, oh, I can't even see that. I don't know why I picked a piece of black cardstock to do that on. Here, I have a piece of ivory that will work. I just don't want it to get all over my table. So I'm going to put this big hello here. This one needs a little attention. This must have been a bad play. So I just want to clean that up a little bit. There we go. And I'm using the Connect glue, which comes in a large size and a little size, a small size. So you never know, that might be in the sale. And also these tiny little fine tip bottles. I'm just giving you hints. So we have some consumables for sale, and we also have some stamps and things like that. So it's coming on the weekend for Memorial Day. Now, that being said, I know a lot of you guys love to come to our Crafternoon Live on Thursday. But this Thursday, our Crafternoon will not be live. It's going to be a premiere. Tom and I are going to be celebrating the holiday weekend, and we're going to start on Thursday. But we're going to be live in the chat with you guys. So I hope that you will still come and spend some time with us. I'll put grateful on this one, and I'll get another hello for this one. I know there's another hello in here. This way we can give 3. Here's another hello. There we go. I gotta cover my smushy part there. Yeah, the fine tip bottles are absolutely amazing. If you haven't tried these yet, you can put any kind of glue in them. The Connect glue works really well in here. But you can put other things in here too. Some of you like to make your own re-inker blends, and you like to do alcohol inks by mixing ink and alcohol together and create your own colors. Some of you like to do like thin out paint with water so that you can do different kinds of paint techniques and splatters and things. So these little fine tip bottles work really great for all of those uses, but they're also super for glues and glazes, stuff like that. So this one I'm just gonna throw grateful on here. I actually could jazz this card up a lot more, but
Rena's trip was great. Somebody asked.
Oh, yes. Rena had a fantastic time in the Philippines. She went there. Her boyfriend, his family's from the Philippines, and he was born in the Philippines, but they came over here when he was a real little baby. And they go back every year for a trip, and they took her, and she went with the family for 3 weeks and had the time of her life. She said she wants to live there. She loved it so much. So I don't blame her. I don't know how you can't go to a place like Baraka or Boracay. What's it called? Am I saying it wrong?
Boracay is how they say it.
Boracay. I don't know how you can't go to a place like that and look at that water and not want to just look at it forever. Absolutely beautiful. The picture she was sending, oh my word. Okay, I'll put that right here like that. It covers a little bit. And then for this one, why don't we do just a bright, should we do a bright pink card base like bubblegum? I think bubblegum would be pretty. I think that would be fun. Let's do that. And then for this one, you know what would be really nice? I think coral reef. Do I have coral reef? I said it. Now I better have it. Yes, coral reef, I feel it would be a really cool card base for that. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's do coral reef for that. Although I do have to see yellow because there's a lot of coral in that card, and The yellow might bring out those little splashes of yellow. Now watch. Let's see if all of a sudden the yellow stands out more. Oh yeah, see that? See how that just brings out the yellow? Boy, that's a hard decision. Coral reef. Okay. I see more coral reef out there than yellow. I think maybe the yellow is too yellow, if that makes sense. Like it might be better if it was a more buttery yellow, but it's just too bright yellow. So let me bring this up here and we'll go with coral reef. And we'll cut the bubble gum. How would I feel if Rena moved to the Philippines? Well, you know, I would miss her very, very much. But she has to go where it makes her happy. So I would never tell her she couldn't. And then wouldn't I be the lucky duck because I would have a place in the Philippines to go and visit, right? So I don't know. I don't want to think about it. But she sure did love it. And she said she would move there in a minute. So she thought it was beautiful. Okay, I love the bubble gum. The bubble gum just really makes this orange stand out. And then the coral reef, not 100% on it. You know, this one, to be honest with you, would probably look the best on white. So let's just pull a piece of white out because we've got another minute. See, don't you think that would really make it all stand out more? I think so. I'm going with white. I'll keep the coral reef for another card. I just sat on the floor for a second. I think the white makes a difference. Makes a difference on that one. I'm telling you though, if she moves to the Philippines, you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of me because I'm going to need a lot of comfort. I'll just be on here every night with you guys, trying to keep myself busy. Okay, now what did I get on there? Okay, we're going to ignore that too. So there are 3 finished cards from those backgrounds. Obviously, very, very quick cards, but we'll take a little up close look at them one more time. Yeah, I think it makes the color stand out more too. Definitely. So we'll look at these cards one more time. We've got the one that I stenciled with the black outline, and that is our Stencil Mates outline sheets. And this design is called Lush Leaves. Then we have Ornamental Fans, and I use the Poly-Glaze version of this, so you get all of that beautiful shine. I used red foil on that. Still feel like gold would be spectacular, but I got to go find it. But you can see how beautiful that is. And then I stenciled that with the Ornamental Fans stencil. And then this one, I used the Sunspots, and I used wild Dandelion foil. And then I used Tangerine Twist, Peach Bellini, and Bubblegum Pink, and then a little bit of yellow over the center there to kind of give the look of just a faded sun. Love that. So there we go. There are my 3 cards for tonight. I'll show you these one more time. We've got the Stencil Mates and we've got the Poly-Glaze, but it's supposed to be glaze, so that'll be fixed. But they are coming on Friday. So look on our website for those, and they will be coming on Friday. I've got my work cut out for me tonight. I'll be up late. My goodness. Okay. All right, Tom. Well, we're going to give these cards away.
All right. We got 3 to give away.
3 to give away. So let's start with the sunshine.
Okay.
The sunshine.
Cheesy drum roll, please, for the giveaway. Here we go. Number 1 goes to Martha Feigel. Martha Feigel.
Yay, Martha. Woohoo. Okay. And then we'll give away the Ornamental Fans done in red foil and Poly-Glaze.
And that goes to Aline Frederick.
All right, Aline,
Frederick.
congratulations. Ooh, look at that. I love that. That's a fun card. I like that. Okay, and then we have the Stencil Mates in the black and white outline sheet, done in blues, purples, and greens.
This beautiful hello card goes to the Crazy Cat Lady. The Crazy
Cat Lady. All right. Well, congratulations to all our winners tonight. All you have to do is send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com, and I will get these out to you. Now, Thursday, Tom and I are going to be doing a premiere. So our video is all about color. And I think you're really going to like it because I get this question all the time. People ask me, I see you always do the same rainbow blend. Can you do other rainbow blends? So I have a rainbow blend for every season, a summer one, a spring one, an autumn one, and a fall one. And I make 4 cards for you so that you can see what the different blends look like. So I think you're going to like it. There's a little bit of Gina K color theory in there, not necessarily artist color theory, but crafter brain color theory that I think is going to help. And I think you're going to enjoy the video, and Tom and I will be right there in the comments. Now, there will be no 5-minute card video this weekend because of the holiday, but stay tuned because later Friday morning or early Friday afternoon, we will be having a sale with our brand new Stencil Mates, the black outlines and the Poly-Glaze, and lots of fun things that you can find in our store on sale. All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope that you have a wonderful holiday weekend if you're starting early. We hope to see you on Thursday. But in the meantime, stay safe and healthy. We love you all very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.